I'm back with another triggering topic. I have a clip to show y'all. I'll be right back so that we can talk about it.
I want to say something about black women. And this was my mother. And God is my witness right now. May the Lord strike me down if I'm lying. My mother told me and my siblings when we were young kids, before I remember it was when my older brother started secondary school. It was a big deal. My older brother going off to the big boy school. And my mum sat us down. She said, if you're ever in trouble out there in the real world, look for a black woman. My mum said this. My mum was raised in this country from the age of 6, the UK. She said, look for a black woman. She said, anywhere in the world, a black woman will help you. She was never wrong. She was never wrong. But it's incredible that my mother said that. And I don't know what my mum went through. But I remember seeing photos of my mum in school when she was in high school and stuff. And she had loads of black friends and stuff. And they were all black women. Because my mum wasn't picking me. She only had female friends. And so she obviously felt some protection. And growing up for me, I noticed in my school, it was a very predominantly white school. The black teachers looked out for me. I had a black Jamaican teacher called Mrs. Forrester. She looked out for me. But even outside of school, when I started growing out my hair, it was a black woman that taught me how to look after my curls, what products to use. It's black women that built me up on this platform and got me to where I am. I have to give credit to where credit is due. It was women in general, but black women specifically who boosted me and told me how pretty I was and how great I was.
Now, depending on what type of black woman you are, you will either think what he said is positive or you will think what he said has negative undertones to it. Now, when I was reading the comments underneath this man's video, there were so many black women singing his praises for saying this. And I feel like, are my thoughts on a different wavelength? I don't know, but let's speak on it, okay? First of all, let me say that black women are the new way to get clout. Bash us, praise us. Either way, you'll get support coming your way. Either from the people that hate and despise us or either from us as black women. Now, the smart people know that praising black women will get you a whole lot more in the long run because contrary to popular belief, black women are very nice, very kind, very supportive, very loving if you cater to them. And sometimes you ain't even got to do that. Black women, in my opinion, and please don't get mad at me for saying this, but I have to. But black women seem to offer up more support, even more quickly if it is a man. And it can be a black man, it can be a white T man, it can be a POC man, whoever. Now, let me say this. When I saw this video, I was highly irritated. Number one, because he was giving big boy grifter energy to me. I feel like he said, you know what? I know that black women make someone's platform explode. I know this. It's happened to me on some level. So let me go ahead and keep catering to them and see where it gets me. Because you mean to tell me that your Indian mother, which I'm assuming he's Indian. If he's another nationality or ethnicity, I apologize. But your Indian mother told you to look for black women to help you, but not the women in your own community of women. Okay, fine. Let's say that. Let's say that she told you to go to black women and they will help you. How is that a good look for black women? Your mother told you to look for black women to labor for you, to look out for you, because she knows that black women will do that. So y'all know that black women really do help and black women are good women, but black women don't have anyone to help or stand up for them or protect them. Why you not making videos about the ways that you labor for black women? Don't you think that that would mean way more to black women? Because you don't realize that black women are tired of standing up for and helping everybody else, only to be left looking around hopeless and helpless when we need help. Just looking completely stupid because there's nobody here to fight for us when we need it. So when we need somebody to stand up for us in this crazy world, there's nobody around. And what I feel like is videos like this, they encourage the world to look at black women as helpful mammies that will gladly help you reach your full potential while black women just sit around after they've done that unfulfilled. It's nasty work. We are human beings. We have feelings, emotions, desires, goals, just like everyone else. We also would love to have someone labor for us, to help us, to make our life go better. Why is it that we are the only ones that are centered in this helpful mammy spirit? She doesn't want anything back. She just wants the help. Like, I really don't understand that. And, before I get into the next thing, let me make this clear. Okay. I do not care about this man or any other man's racial preferences in dating. Honestly, I do not care who likes us. If you like us, cool. If you don't, cool. I don't care either way. So I just want to say that. And any race of men can either like us or dislike us. No problem. But my issue is this, is that if you are an Indian man or whatever, like I said, race or ethnicity you are, you're talking about black women this, black women that, black women is so helpful, black women this, black women have helped me reach this goal and that goal, But you have a white tea partner. So my thing is this, is that aren't white tea women helpful? Aren't white tea women kind and nice? I mean, you're in a relationship with one, so you must love them too, right? So why aren't you trying to help and speak up about the demographic that you've chosen to make a life with? It's given grifting. And the fact that you feel like an opportunity can be created in taking advantage of a marginalized group, which is generally looked down upon and punched down on. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if I had a partner or I had a husband and he was out here fighting the battles of every race of woman except my own, I would think that was really weird. You know what I'm saying? And let me just say this too. I'm not trusting any man, especially one that isn't even black, with a GoFundMe in his bio talking about how much he admires black women and how helpful they are, and he wants to be the POC Malcolm X for black women. Men, get out of here with that. I don't understand why black women keep falling for this. How many men have been exposed for pretending to care about black women only to realize that they don't? And black men have done this. White tea men have done this. Asian men have done this. Indian men have done this. Literally every race of man has done this to black women, especially here on social media. And what's sad to me is that there are so many black women willing to give this man their full trust and support because he said something that can be perceived as positive about black women. And mind you, what he said, if you look deep into it, was truly rooted in misogynoir and Mammyism. And I'm not even going to touch on the fact that he said that, his mother only had female friends because she wasn't a pick-me. Because that whole sentence seemed to be rehearsed. Like, he felt like, this will really get him. My mom wasn't a pick-me. She didn't have any male friends. Because how does having a male friend make you a pick-me? I didn't even realize that was, what? Anyway, it really gave disingenuous to me. And I really want black women specifically to understand a man sitting up there speaking about, the only thing he's speaking about is the ways that you help him. Baby, that is not a good look in my opinion. It is not a compliment. Uplifting this man for this video is so sad to me because it really shows, and I mean, I've already seen this a million times, but it really does expose how much black women have been beaten down by society, that we as a collective are so desperate to hear a so-called kind word about ourselves that we will take something like this as uplifting. And I've said this many, many, many times. Like, I've said it so many times before. Black women are like a dehydrated flower, desperately in need of water. And our water is kind words because we never receive them. And we so desperately need them that we are willing to take them from anyone, even if it isn't genuine or even if the words aren't so kind. We'll take anything. And, if I really want to keep it real, I am so mad at black men, and you know what, the world as well, that they have put us in this position of being this desperate and thirsty. And this is what we should do to stop this type of behavior. Really, and I truly, truly believe this. We as Black women should speak life into each other and encourage each other. That is where we should rely on our watering to come from. Each other. And I know that it is hard for a lot of us to not put more stock or more value into a man's words, but we've got to stop doing that. And I understand that a lot of Black women have been brainwashed to be male-centered, brainwashed to put a man above us or put men above the collective of Black women. That is what a lot of us have been brainwashed to do. But we have got to stop doing that. We've got to put ourselves first, because if we don't stop doing it, all it's going to do is make us weak and vulnerable. We have really, I mean this so much. We have got to stop putting more value into a Black woman's words and not a man's. We've got to start putting more value into our words and not a man's. And I mean, not a Black man, not a non-Black man, but we've got to think everything of a Black woman's words and only ours. And not only will doing this help you who's listening to this, but it will help all of us as a collective. Because at the least, when we talk about grifting and all of this stuff, because I'm not saying that there aren't Black women that will grift and do things like that, but at the least on a lowest level, you know that a Black woman has to experience some of the things that you have regardless if she wants to or not. So she will at least have some type of understanding of you, whether she admits that or not. And the majority, but let's just keep it real here, the majority of Black women are going to admit that they have the same experiences as you. They're going to feel you. You know what I'm saying? So we have really got to stop allowing men to come in and get clout off of us. I'm tired of it. And, like I said before, if I'm wrong about this man's race or ethnicity, I apologize. But like I said, he does seem to be, Indian in my opinion. And the women there in India, I've done so much extensive research about them. They experience horrific things. Horrific, terrible. The things that nightmares are made of. So I'm wondering why he isn't speaking about the women in his own community. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself why he isn't going viral, because his latest video that he had where he's speaking about black women had 2.5 million views. So ask yourself why he isn't trying to use these numbers to speak about the women in his own community. But I'll tell you why, because he's going where the cloud is. And we know that we are the blueprint. We are the ones that people are concerned with. We're the ones that people are trying to imitate and copy and siphon energy and all of these things, regardless on what they say about us, no matter how they say that we are this and that. Their actions prove differently. Now, that's all I'm saying. And these are just my thoughts, y'all. And let me just say this. Even if there was a small, bite-sized, itty-bitty drop of a chance that he is being genuine, speaking about Black women, I don't care, because speaking about how Black women have served you and the people that you know is gross. And I am not here for it. And you know what? The Black women in the comments that were saying, yeah, thank you for speaking about that. That surely is true. Sis, you got to do better. And even one Black woman in the comments, and I'm going to bleep out her username because I don't want nobody to say nothing to her, because this is just a teachable moment. She said, yeah, my white male manager told me he tells his kids the same thing. And she got hearts in this comment. Yuck. Like, you actually think that's a good thing? That everybody's telling the world, like, yeah, you go to a Black woman and Mammy and labor for you. But if you want to go for somebody for love, companionship, partnership, job opportunities, this and that, a good image in the world, don't go to them. But you go to them when you need some help and you need somebody to labor for you. and need to be like, yes, sir, how can I help? Like, what? Man, because I want to know, where can we as black women go? Where can black women tell their black daughters, oh yeah, go to a white tea woman, she's always going to help you. Go to a white tea man, he's going to help you. Go to an Indian man, he's going to help you. Matter of fact, I'm being messy, go to a black man, he's going to help you. We know we can't go to none of these people for help. So, what? Where can we go for assistance? Because I know when we getting dragged every 2 business days, ain't nobody saying up. Ain't nobody speaking up. The people that I see most of the time speaking up are other black women, period. So what are we talking about? We would never be able to go to these people that say that they can come to us. We can't. It's never a situation where it's vice versa, period. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this wasn't meant to be super duper deep. And, like I said, no disrespect to this creator, because I don't know who he is, really. I watched a few videos on his page, but what he said really rubbed me the wrong way. But, I digress, y'all. I digress. Y'all let me know if y'all do y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all think I'm tripping? I mean, I'm not above reproach. All my opinions and all my takes may not be right. I'm just an imperfect person in this world, just like everybody else. But I would love to know what you guys think about what you saw. What do you think? So anyway, I digress. If you watch this whole video, please do me a favor and drop a 5 in the comments if you watched this video, all of it, and you enjoyed it. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor. It won't cost you nothing at all. Just follow me on TikTok. Follow me on YouTube. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. And as always, ladies, I love to hear from y'all. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.